Hello there. In this quick tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use Microsoft Word to create some tables and some graphs like the ones you can see here. So I'm just going to show you. Let's start with this first page. When you've got, let me just zoom in, you've got a set of data that, maybe you want to break it down into two sections. You can actually use a table, and you can see here, it dresses it up beautifully. It's visually more compelling, more interesting, and I think easier to read as well. So let's start. I'm going to select that table and delete it, and we'll start from scratch. All right, so the first thing you need to do is tell Microsoft Word you want a table. And the way you do that is go to the Insert menu, go to the Table tab, and simply choose Insert Table. And here you can specify how many rows you want, how many columns you want, and then you can click OK. Now, this is, we're going to start quite boring. So the first row, I am going to select all the cells with my mouse like that, and I'm going to right click and merge them. And the reason for that is I want to actually put my title, that there, into that first row. I can copy and paste it, but I'm just going to select it and then press and drag and pop it in there. And then, of course, get rid of that extra coverage return. And then, of course, here, I want to put essential skills over here and desirable skills down here. And then I can start to populate the cells one by one. So I'm just dragging. I'll do this as quickly as I can because it can be a little bit boring. You're just watching me do this. So I'm just selecting. There's my essential skills done. Now my desirable skills. Probably should have used less to save time. But anyway, almost there. You've been very patient. All right. So there we have my table complete. Now, the way I like to dress it up is to add color and also to change those black lines to something a bit easier on the eye, maybe white. So for color, I just go to the left-hand side of the table. See the little arrow? I just click once next to the row that I want to select. Microsoft Word selects it, and then I go up here to this little color menu here, and I'll choose maybe orange for that first row. We'll go and choose light blue for the second row, and then yellow for the third. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so that works really well. In terms of giving it a bit more space, because you might think that the text is a bit too close together, and let's say you want to get rid of the black lines, the way you do that is you simply hover over the table, you right-click with your mouse, and you choose Table Properties. Now here we're going to do two things. The first thing we're going to do is give it more space. So you go to Options, and you can see here the margins. You can actually add more space between the top, bottom, left, and right. So I'm just going to give that 0.2 centimeters all around. Click OK. The next thing is the lines. I'm going to click on Borders and Shading, and I want white lines, and I want white thick lines. 3 points will do. And then watch this. As soon as I click OK, bang. Beautiful. Much better job. So that is the first little tutorial. That is the table. Yeah, if I scroll to page 2, this is when you've got two sets of data, or it doesn't really matter. You can have one set of data, but you may want to use a chart, something like this. And you can see that's quite lovely to look at. I think, again, it's a bit easier to understand. So let's see how I did that. First, I'm going to delete that one, get rid of it, and we'll start from scratch. So I've got this data which shows people the preferred method of art creation for poster artists or by poster artists in Australia versus overseas. Now, of course, that does make sense. It's easy to read. I could, if I wanted to, put bullet points. It doesn't really matter. But I'm going to use a chart. So again, I'm going to insert my cursor, go back to the Insert menu, and then there it is there. You click on Chart, and you can choose the type of chart that you want. It gives you a little preview here. I'll just start with a column chart, and then click, and I can't see my menu, click OK. There you go. All right, just wait a few seconds, and it's going to come up with the information. Just going to move the zoom window out of the way. All right, so the first thing I need to do is populate these fields at the top here. So the first category is Australia, 20% use digital technology. So here, I'm going to put digital technology. This takes a little bit longer than the table. Actually, I'll just use the word digital, yeah. And this is Australia here. And this is overseas. I don't need this third series. Hang on, didn't spell that properly, hang on. Overseas. I don't need this. I'm just going to select that whole column and delete. In fact, I'll just press delete from here. Okay, so I've just got two series, and I've got at the moment one category. Here's the second category. This is screen printing. So this is the methods of art creation. And the third category is traditional, other traditional. I'll just put other. And again, I don't need this other category, so I'll select the row, right click and delete. So that is giving me the data. If you look down here, it's created the chart for me. So I can actually close that, and there's the chart based on the information that I've typed up here. Now, to add a little bit more information, I need to put down percentages on the side here so people know that what that means. Let me just remember how to do this. Oh yeah, no, it's not that one, it's this one here. I'm going to go to chart elements, and I'm going to add the axis title. So over here, I'm going to put in the word percentage. Percentage. And over here, the title, which is going to be that there. So I'll just put preferred method of art creation. Now, I'm missing something. I'm missing the information about the percentages, the 50%, 40%. So I need to go back to the edit the data. Where is it? There it is. And I've got to change these numbers here. I forgot to put those in, sorry. So for Australia digital, you can see here 20%. So I'm just going to type in 20. And then screen printing, that's 40%. And over traditional or other, sorry, is 40%. So that's Australia done. Overseas, it's a bit more. It's 50% of poster artists use digital. And then you've got 40%, which is the same as Australia. And then only 10% of poster artists use other traditional methods. Okay, so it has now adjusted the percentages. You can see here. You can read across, 50% use digital in Australia. There's a little legend. And yeah, I've got a few more things to do. I'll just show you another thing you can do. You can select the table and you can change the colors. You can go here, you can change the style of bar chart. So you can have this style here. You can have this one here, a black one, just different styles. I'm going pretty fast. Which is the one that I liked before? Oh yeah, this one here with a grey background. That's quite nice, isn't it? You can also go in and you can, which one is the edit? I think it's, no, it's not that one. No, it's not that one. I think it's if you double click the chart, you get that icon there. Yes, this is it. And you can change the width of the gap between these little bars. So I thought that's pretty good. Hopefully that wasn't too fast and furious. Now, you could, if you decide to change the actual chart type, If you select it and go to, which one is it? I think it's not that one. It's not that one. It must be a right click. Yes, sorry, it's a right click. You change the chart type and you can choose another type of chart. You can have the bars going that way. You can have scattered lines. With the pie chart, just note with the pie chart, it actually works better if you've only got one series. See how this has got two series? It's got Australia and overseas. If I was to delete the overseas and just have Australia, then I can right click. Now watch this. I can change the chart from bar to pie. And there it is. It works much better. So hopefully that gives you some insight into how to use charts and tables. Sorry if it kind of got a little bit confusing at one stage. You can always pause and rewind the video. But yeah, good luck with that. And I'll see you very soon.